everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all having a good time whenever you're watching this. Welcome back to The Breath Between Branches. We were off for a week, but we are back. Thank you all for being here. If you are new here, welcome. Please drop us a follow, or if you're watching this on a VOD, subscribe to our YouTube. If you want to know what is going on with us, discord.gg/magirpg is the best place to find out about us. You can talk about what games you're playing, your Marvel Rivals main, the interesting deer dogs that you have. Thank you, Dan St. Zimmy Twin, for sharing that in chat earlier. That thing was awesome. And if you want to catch up on this show or any of our other shows, youtube.com/magirpg is where you can do that. We are so close to announcing new stuff, but we're not quite there yet. I think we're going to have 3 new shows coming within the next 2 months. So that is pretty exciting, but they're just not quite done cooking yet. But if you go on our Discord, you would probably know what they are, because we have a habit of hinting at these things and then people can guess them, and it's a lot of fun. And if you would like to support us, especially because we have all of these new shows coming, including new artwork for a returning show, you please support us. There are instructions on how to donate to the channel. Wild Tips is a command where you can influence this game and you can get some entertainment for your money. If you're wondering why we have an NPC in this game called Youngblood, that was done by a friend of the stream, Burrito, who decided to drop the money and then DM'd me and was like, I want this NPC to be named Youngblood. And I'm like, okay, his name's Youngblood. And you can do that too. You can do it. A little trolly is okay. Like I said, Bodie McBoatface is too far, but if you're just a little bit less than Bodie McBoatface, you can basically do whatever you want. And all the money you guys donate, almost all of it goes to artwork specifically, but it's all going towards the channel in one way or another. This is none of our full-time gig. We're just trying to play silly games with our friends in between our 9 to 5s. This is our 5 to 9.
Hell yeah.
Cool. You guys all ready?
You.
We get to see an intro. Last episode ended on a pretty happy note, considering the tragedy that also happened. There was a battle. You all won. Pretty dramatic fashion. Unfortunately, as keeps happening, your ship is trashed again. Oops. But the city all banded together and is already beginning repairs. You're probably going to have at least several days before you can go anywhere on the spirit routes, but it should be back and good in no time. But most notably, I wanted to talk about, I think Vesh had a little bit of a revelation when Visha finally pushed him to open up that letter that he's been carrying around everywhere. And he finally found out what it said, a little bit more about the nature of what his mission is, and a little bit of a challenging of the Sunscraper culture in ways that I don't think you necessarily expected. A lot of nice conversations, but I would like to first go to Vesh, and I would love to know, what are you thinking considering your mistakes in the battle, the revelation about your mission, and the road that you have ahead of you? And we will start there.
This is a lot for Vesh to process right now. And he's feeling very, very unsure of himself and what he is trying to do. I think the part where he says, are you still searching for truth out there, or have you already found it, is weighing on him as he now wonders what it is that they're looking for. Obviously, they have something that they want too.
They being the council?
The council.
Yeah.
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 So I think he spent a lot of time with this letter. He reads it a lot. He's sitting by himself. You know, this is the first time you would have seen Vesh not busy himself with work. He is actually sitting in his cabin or sitting like in the crow's nest, right? He's just existing. That's not normal for him.
That is very notable, because usually Vesh is always busying himself with something. Which one of you probably would notice that first?
Probably Skel. As Skel climbs up to the crow's nest, as he does usually go up there, and Captain, what are
Skel?
you doing up here?
I am looking out on the horizon. What are you doing?
I was coming up here to scout the horizon, as I usually do.
Well, guess I'm taking a shift today. It's kind of nice up here.
What am I to do then?
Well, there's always plenty to do. I guess I haven't swabbed the deck in a while. Could detail some of the baseboards or...
He motions down
organize.
to the deck and there's just holes in it. You want me to wash the broken pieces?
Well, you don't have to. No.
I can. It just seems
pointless?
illogical. I can sit with you.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. And he'll slide over and make room for you to sit down.
And he'll crouch down next to you, all creepy-like.
And he folds the letter up and puts it in his pocket, and you see he was holding on to it.
Is that a letter going to someone?
Oh, yes. This is the letter going to someone. It's the most important message I've ever been told to deliver. That's why I'm out here.
Is it to?
A person from my home. Cartographer named Zora. I never knew them, really. It's been years since they've been gone.
If you don't know them, why is it so important?
You know, I don't know why this is so important. Sometimes, Skel, people tell you something is important because it's important to them. And they tell you what they want you to do. And they try to make you feel like it is all for a greater purpose. And that sounds great, doesn't it? I mean, that's kind of what we're doing here, right?
For a great purpose, yes.
And we all work hard to achieve that.
But it is a letter.
Well, letters can be important. Messages conveyed, intent, meaning. But I don't know if this is worth anything at all.
This
Honestly,
Zora. You said they are a cartographer.
yes. A
That
map maker.
is the map person, yes. Is this the person in the conflagration?
Yes. Where we're heading, I think.
Doesn't paper burn?
Yes, so does wood. So do a lot of other materials.
Paper
ship.
is made from wood. It seems poetic that you are bringing a piece of paper into the flames.
Maybe. I wonder if it will make it there.
Are they worth it?
Who? The
This
cartographer?
cartographer Zora, yes.
I don't know if that's up for me to decide.
Where
I mean,
did you get the letter then?
well, it was given to me by the council. It was a task, an important quest that was it was the quest that my mentor was tasked with before me. And he failed to deliver.
Your mentor. They teach you how to deliver letters.
Yes, there's not a lot of word bearers in the Sunscraper Society. It's not a very sought after profession, even though everybody needs messages delivered.
Interesting.
if you wanted to speak to someone far away and you needed to get a message to them and you couldn't cross that distance yourself, you would want someone like me to take it very seriously, wouldn't you?
Of course,
Even
yes.
Even if I
I've-
didn't know them or know how important they were to you, they might not be important to me, but I know that they're important to you.
I have gotten a letter before, Captain Vesh. You are kind of like a ferryman. There is an old tale about a ferryman who takes you when you die. I read about it in one of Visha's tomes. You are kind of like this ferryman.
I guess so.
And what if this Zora is dead? What then happens to the letter?
Then, well, then I've completed my mission. What happens to the letter is what happens to all other letters. Just becomes another piece of paper.
An important piece of paper.
Maybe. Maybe not important at all. Sometimes it's just the intent that matters. Getting it across. You know, not everybody hands me a letter to deliver. Sometimes it's just a few words.
I admire you, Captain. This is a new word I learned. Admiration.
Thanks, Skel. I don't know what to say to that. I feel very lucky to have all of you with me on this journey.
We are happy to be here with you. Even if it is into the fire.
Well, at the very least, it will be very interesting to see the conflagration up close. How many people can say that?
Not many. How do you plan on protecting the ship and the crew?
Is it terrible that I don't know?
No. That is one of the best things about you. Sometimes, most of the time, even though you do not think about the full plan or the safety of us or really anything at all, at the end of the day, we come out on top.
I guess we do. I, for one, think whether or not we cross that threshold and find out what's beyond the conflagration, we're going to get there, and we're going to see it for ourselves. And if nothing else, then I will be able to fill out this junction book even further, and that alone is worth something. More knowledge for the next person that needs to make a trip out this far. So that's something. You know, someone will have to take over the spirit route eventually. And, or maybe they could use it.
That is a good plan. And you see him, he kind of, instead of crouching down next to you, you see his spindly legs come out from under him, and he plops down next to you with his 3 arms. And he just sits there. Are you hungry?
No.
Thirsty?
No.
I am.
You want to go get some food?
Yes.
All right. He's going to get up and hold his hand out to offer you.
And he takes it.
All right.
I wonder what Visha is cooking up. She is very good at cooking.
I also wonder what Visha is cooking up, whether food
what is Visha
or
cooking up?
schemes or medicine.
Oh God, so menacing. You
What
know
is
what?
Visha up to?
There is a little mushroom stew being made.
Ooh.
I went and I took the little mushies that we gathered from earlier, from long ago. We making a yummy little stew.
Just for fun, Visha, why don't you roll for how delicious that stew is? Just for fun.
What you want me? Oh, not the cook skill. I forgot that was a skill.
It is a skill. It is a skill.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna roll 2 and take the worst one.
Do you have an edge that applies?
Sharps. I know how it's supposed to be made.
There you go. You throw mushrooms, vegetables, all in the pot and stir it up. How hard could it be?
6. Easy.
Absolutely delicious.
Delicious. It's creamy. Seasoned properly. There's a nice little toasted bread that she's got going with it to dip into it once you're done at the bottom, the bowl. She found a little garnish to put on top. This is what she's decided to use her time doing right now, is making a little mushroom stew that everyone can have.
I think next to you is a sprite with a small little chef's hat on her head, chopping up
Oh my God, yes.
veggies and dumping them in the pot.
We're having to find other ways to make it good because we can't put salt in it.
Oh, yeah.
We're putting other things in it.
Yeah, it's true. No salt.
No salt. No salt, y'all. But we can put other things in. So we're focusing on it being more creamy.
Okay.
And you know, mushrooms kind of have a naturally kind of salty, they're like a savory, salty taste.
A
to
little
them.
umami.
A little umami. So she's getting this stew ready. Sprite's toasting up the bread.
And I think since the incident, Sprite has been very quiet, but you notice that she's just been trying to help you out with a lot more things. But she hasn't poked you about stuff. She hasn't been inquisitive about things. She's just trying to be there for you.
It is appreciated. She accepts the help. She's probably not as talkative as per usual, but
It would be weird if Visha was more talkative
Yes.
right now.
but she's, she accepts the help and is trying to do a normal thing right now. And a special thing, it's rare they get to eat food that's not salted little meats.
Yeah, that's not salted meat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we get a nice juicy meal.
that is what you all will see when you go into the kitchen is Visha and Sprite just kind of preparing, I guess we'll say lunch, dinner. They all kind
Linner.
of blend together. Linner.
Well, you came at the perfect time.
Great.
I-
Mushrooms?
Yes, I remember Skel's request, and I figured this would be a perfect occasion to have it. So I attempted to do a kind of creamy stew, and we located some bread in the town.
Mm.
It is also something that Aizuesco can eat. So have either of you seen them? I didn't do salt. But don't worry, I put other things in it. So it's not bland.
Maybe some Krezerin for Aizuesco?
On the bread. That would like a jam.
Just a little side of toxic sludge.
Little hummus.
a
little
little dipping Krezerin.
little tipping
Little
crust.
forbidden Nutella.
When they put like the little dollop of like sour cream or some kind of little cream
Yeah.
on top of a mushroom soup. It's just Krezerin
Yeah.
on hers. Yeah.
Little radioactive marshmallow fluff.
Yeah.
Love that.
Have either of you seen her? Or
I have not.
I thought they'd be here for food.
Where is Aizuesco?
Aizuesco's on what remains of the deck.
Yeah, what remains is right. Are you just being contemplative yourself, or have you
She
been...
is looking down where he last saw the flagship of the Onyx Star.
sailing into the distance in the rain that you brought? Is there regret there?
No, it's a bit of a interesting full circle moment because he very
Oh,
distinctly remembers
yes, the opening
being
of the
in
game.
a rainstorm, having being left by the Onyx Star, and now they are on a ship leaving the Onyx Star.
Mm-hmm.
And they are thinking about the sense of relief that they feel over knowing that it wasn't exactly their fault that Visha's brother is gone. And that they were able to accomplish the goal of taking down Trav without ruining something for everyone else.
I think
Because that was a big concern, I think, that they internalized, is that they were worried that their revenge or vengeance, whichever you would prefer in this instance, was going to be wholly destructive. And while the spirit root took a good chunk of damage, the spit that they saved is more or less intact, and Trav is somewhere on the spirit route, captured, and by no small feat of her own. And one of her drives was take down the captain of the Onyx Star. So she feels like she may have done just that.
Do you think Aizuesco also feels a sense of relief? Or maybe relief is the wrong word, but I think definitely some complicated emotions about the fact that Raisha left not even that long after Aizuesco was thrown off.
I think he feels a sense of relief over that, yes, because I think what they were afraid was going to happen is that they were going to find the body of Raisha or have to face off one-on-one in some manner against them. Raisha was the one that they formed the strongest bond to, so that would have been difficult. It would be akin to having to turn around and fight Skel, not something she would be ready and willing to do.
Yeah, as you are sitting there contemplating all of this, you smell the very delicious mushroom soup wafting through the both windows and holes in the deck and the side of the ship.
And maybe some Krezerin.
And maybe you smell some Krezerin in the air.
Their ink blots kind of whirl towards the left of their face, and they kind of let their head travel alongside in that direction, and they take a breath, letting the rain still kind of fall and absorb into their skin. And
I feel as if something new is coming. And I hope I am ready.
with that, she makes her way, stepping through various the various pitfalls and traps that is now the deck of the spirit route. Makes his way down under.
You all see your wonderful friend, Aizuesco. And, I don't know if any of you are more inclined or less inclined for this, since we haven't really had you all eat since the ship has been renovated. What does the dining hall of the spirit route look like now? Anyone want to take a crack at that?
Sorry, say again. What does the
What does the dining hall of the spirit route look like now that the ship is expanded and you actually have room for everything now?
I think there's a big long table that has enough for everybody to sit in like one big meal. It's probably like a long table. And it's just right in the middle of the kitchen, you know. It's still, you know, it's a bit I'm assuming it's not a huge ship though, right? So it's still like
No, but you definitely have, you know, there's rooms now, whereas before it was like kitchen, engine room, and not much
it's
else.
probably a little sparse. Like it's like we don't have a lot of like kitchen equipment, and now we have like extra space. So it's just like there's empty cabinets and, you know, space for equipment and pans that are just like we just don't have them.
Yeah. Yeah, almost everything on your ship is supplies. Go ahead.
I imagine our cooking instrument, as we don't have like a stove or anything
there's
like
no
that.
stove, so yeah.
I'm imagining like, I don't know if you've seen those like ovens that like like revolve inside of them, but it goes. The oven like rotates around the engine block, so the lightning that comes off the engine
just start zapping stuff.
zaps the metal and it heats up the metal because that's how you.
That is
cook.
awesome. Well conceived, friend.
That is cute. I like that.
So you and the various members of your undercrew have a wonderful meal together. And not that we're expecting much combat for now, but for the next, for this episode, you all can roll each of your rolls with advantage.
Hey.
Soup. The soup heals. Healing soup.
This is good mushroom stew, Visha.
That's good. I honestly, have never made it before, so.
It warms us.
Good. And it works with, kind of like turns to Vesh. Good? Bad?
Good.
Looks at Aizuesco. It works? It's not killing you? That's good. I didn't use any salt.
I don't think I even like salt anymore, really.
I mean... right, yeah.
I don't know why, but Aizuesco finds that incredibly funny, and I think she motivated me to laugh at that. So I think there's like something of like a bluish blush to her skin when Visha's probably like, I didn't use any salt. And then you say that, and she just like laughs and turns away, trying not to spit mushroom stew out. Like,
Real.
All right. I think this is the best one we've had yet, the best meal we've had yet.
It definitely has to be the best, but we've also only been having like rat meat, so the bar is
Rat meat. Yes, the bar is rat meat.
in the thrash, really, when you think about it.
I like rat meat.
Yes, but rat meat might be a good addition to the stew in the future.
Do you like rat meat more than mushrooms?
This stew is better than rat meat. But
Okay, good.
do not knock a good piece of dried rat meat.
I wouldn't dream of it personally. I wouldn't do that.
If we see more rats, we'll catch them for you, Skel.
Mm-hmm.
Good, yes.
Make some rat jerky.
Maybe if I am wise and I go gather more of the bread, we could make rat meat sandwich. With the little mushrooms on it. Maybe a veggie or two. Mm-hmm.
That sounds nice.
Yeah, I suppose we don't have to eat rat meat all the time. We can mix it up. Maybe it's a skill I can hone.
And we got so many supplies from the battle.
We did.
Yes, we did. What did we receive, by the way, again?
I did not
we
tell you, but
Yeah.
I've just added it to your sheet while you all have been having conversations. A crate of fresh fruits and vegetables, a barrel of pure water, which
Ooh.
water is the rarest resource in the Wildsea. also a barrel of mead, and a crate of assorted weapons and ammo. So there's going to be limits to that. You're not going to find a Kalashnikov, but essentially, if you can think of a bow, a crossbow, a sword, an axe, a cleaver, anything like that is in this cache. And if you're looking for firearms, I'll probably roll and see if there's one in there somewhere of some kind. So that is what you have acquired. Oh, yes. Thank you for the questions. You did. You did find the lockets. It is torched. Bits of it have flaked off and crumbled. But you do have the, I guess you'd call it the former anchor has been recovered. And don't forget, you all still have Trav's body in the hold. Well, I say body, he's technically alive, but you have Trav in the hold, unconscious still.
One of the first things after dinner that Aizuesco is going to do is she's going to go ahead and bind his wrists. And
Oh, you guys have tied him up. He's tied up.
Oh, okay.
2 ways
Good.
to Sunday. He's,
Okay, cool.
if he was awake, he would be a sub. He
Wait,
is,
how long has he
very
been?
I was
tied.
about to say, he's shabaried right now.
Yeah, he is shabaried right
Oh my
now.
God. Cool.
We're going
So,
places.
how long has it been since we
I'm sorry. If he
I'll
was
move
awake,
on.
he'd be a sub, took me out.
I know.
And I
I
went,
was like,
well, now I... Because Magic RPG, as far as I know, doesn't have a merch store. I feel like I need to do something with that. So
Yeah, not yet.
Not
March
yet.
video.
I did make a shirt, and I'm not giving you the context for it. I did make a shirt that said says lines and veils, breeding green, pregnancy red. That's all.
And ain't that?
Ain't that the truth? Yes, he
I've
is
been
tied
sent
up.
to another dimension.
so how long has he been unconscious for? Like
it's
a medically
a-
concerning amount of time, like, considering how long it's been since
a
the
full
battle?
day, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
So you all are aware of comas. You could probably I don't know. I don't think Visha has had the wherewithal to inspect him, but
I feel like a day unconscious is pretty rough. That's
yeah. So what you all, I have not addressed that very large elephant in the room. I was waiting for all of you to do it together, since there will be ramifications. But yes, he is still unconscious in your ship.
I forgot we did tie up somebody and put him in our hold. I did totally forget.
Yeah, you just sometimes
Distracted by the soup, man.
You're having really good soup, good
happens.
conversations.
It
You're
does
feeling
happen.
better about your place in the world and the mission that you're on, and then you forget you had a genocidal maniac tied up unconscious on your ship. You know, it just happens sometimes. Would any of you break that particular iceberg?
Oh, I mean,
I
Yeah.
won't.
I think Aizu would.
What do you say?
I think she will approach Vesh first.
The disgraced Captain Trav in the hold.
Yes.
Your plan?
Yes, yes. Well, I was hoping that we would find some means of authority to handle them.
Hmm. Well,
Have we left,
Here
by the way,
I
are
am.
we GM, I'm so sorry. Did we leave? Where are we on the
You're
sea
still
right
docked.
now?
You're still
we're
docked
still
in
in port.
harbor.
We're
you're
still okay.
Yeah,
That changes okay. That changed a little. I was going to
and the they're repairing your ship. Like it will, it took them like 5 days to repair it
Yeah.
before. It's going to take that long again. But yeah, you are at harbor.
I believe the right thing to do is to do right by the people of this harbor. I think that they probably deserve the right to enact their own punishment. But I also know that you have your own grievances and your own goals. So my plan is to allow you to speak with them until you are satisfied. And then I would turn them over to whatever serves as a local authority here. At least that's the plan.
I see. Well, then my plan is to expedite that process, to take Trav off ship,
Off ship.
to the people to judge him, of course.
I see. Yes. If you would like to do that, yes, we should do it.
He gives me unease, Captain.
No, that makes
further he is from the spirit route, the more comfortable I will feel.
Okay.
So then
If you have no other need for him,
I will speak to townsfolk, then take him there so they are not inconvenienced.
I'm sure someone is organizing efforts right now.
I will ensure he makes it to them alive. Cannot guarantee any other injuries will not come to pass.
Okay. You will do what you feel is right.
Unfortunately, no. I will not do what I feel is right. That would kill him.
Oh. Okay. Then why aren't you going to?
Because you are correct. To kill him may not be what the townsfolk want, and they deserve their justice. Killing him, despite my desires, is easy. For him to suffer for what he has done, that is different.
It's harder to do right by others when you have your own desires. I admire
Firefly,
what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Firefly, remind me.
Mm-hmm.
Vesh was nearby when Aizuesco asked for the status of Raisha. Was that not true? I believe they were
that's
nearby
correct.
for that.
Yes, I think
Okay.
so.
Okay. I just didn't want to lead that in and be shot.
No,
Like,
I think
the fuck are you
that
talking
was.
about?
I think that came up during the negotiation. Is when that
Yeah.
was revealed.
It did,
to
yeah.
you
I
all.
just could not remember if that was something that I had Aizu kind of under the breath to
Now,
commit or not.
and I
but-
think you mentioned who Raisha was in brief, but obviously they don't know the full history.
Yep. I just wanted to make sure if I started talking about Raisha again, it wasn't going to be like a whomst. Although I'm already losing the plot on why I brought it up in the first place.
We should
The
probably let Visha know. Right?
it will be done. Yes.
Okay.
Let's just say my feelings on this stayed intact because of Raisha. Them not staying with the Onyx Star fortified the, as you put it, right way to handle this. And I feel you have earned my honesty.
I'm glad to hear that.
So if you feel I should inform Visha and then the townsfolk, I will do so.
I would appreciate it if you did.
Then it will be done.
All right. And he
Um,
will take his leave.
Yep, you get a little bit of an honorific bow from Aizu, and then they are making a beeline for where they would believe Visha to be.
Like cleaning it up, storing the soup that was left over.
I think Lau would be there with you. He would insist on helping clean up and
Aw.
using his metal powers to try to make light work of cleaning up the kitchen.
Visha,
Mm-hmm.
the captain has asked me to inform you of my plan.
Oh, is it a serious plan? Oh,
Yes, I intend to speak with the townsfolk in the docket of Captain Trav and his punishment or punishments.
oh. Um, hmm.
Would you
Well,
rather we speak on this in private?
She kind of looks to Lau.
no, it's fine.
I
don't
can
mind.
leave if you require.
Oh, no, it's not a secret. I would. I don't think I should be involved.
Are you sure?
They're not going to do what I want. So, I've decided not to think about it.
You want him dead? Still.
I don't know if there's a punishment that is enough.
Hmm. Of that, I think we can agree.
So I suppose in that way it doesn't really matter what happens to him.
Hmm. I unfortunately must stall my agreement there.
What do you think should happen?
I think first what the townsfolk decide should happen. Then I think, regardless, he should live, but only in suffering.
Hmm.
To kill him, as I said to the captain, is easy. suffering, I would hope, would be more difficult for him. But also, there is a possibility that killing him puts him in the same realm with your brother, which is, in my thoughts, unfair.
Possible.
He does not deserve the honor nor the ability to potentially return as anchored. Although, I'm sorry, I should not be reveling in thoughts of torture. It is unbecoming of the both of us.
It's a shame we can't trap him in a locket or something. Throw him into the thrash. That's really what I would do. The pain that you feel when you're away from your anchor. Something like that. But I don't know how to do that.
No. They say, well, no. Raisha once said, the apology must be as loud as the disrespect, but I'm not sure that's possible here.
I don't think it is. And that's something I have a long time to get over.
Well, be that as it may, it matters what happens to him as it does account for how you heal.
I suppose so. I think.
Go on.
I think you should do what you said. Let the townspeople handle him.
For not being able to stop him, I am sorry.
It's not your fault. It's nobody's. Except for his. We can't know what things will happen.
I was worried that I may have been the cause. However, I acted thinking that if given the chance, he would have killed us on the spot.
Very likely. He's done it before.
And I did not want to let him say another word.
Well, no one will be hurt by him again.
That is the plan.
I think as long as that happens, I will learn to be happy with that. No one else will suffer.
So be it.
Let the town have him and decide what should happen to him.
With that, I think Aizuesco gives a little bit more of an honorific bow to Visha and then heads to leave the ship. And she's going to start talking to townsfolk to see who's going to take up the judgment case against Captain Trav, with a ulterior motive tucked in her behind her ink blotty eyes that she has not spoken to anyone else about. that she is going to try and have a conversation with him at some point.
Uh-huh. Mischievous. So, you go to port, you ask around. Everyone points you in relatively the same direction, and it leads you to a person that most of you have become familiar with. The herbalist and farmer named Yuna, who is the mother of Lynn, the 9-year-old girl that you first saw and followed you all throughout port. When you get to her, she is holding a clipboard with a stack of papers and has a pen tucked into a pocket on an apron she's wearing. And she is in the crossroads of a street on Harbor, and it looks like she's giving directions on repairs.
Herbalist Yuna.
She stops and turns. Oh, Aizuesco.
You recall? I'm honored.
Well, you're all becoming quite the heroes around here.
I come to you with news.
Good,
Captain,
bad.
that is perspective. Captain Trav lives. The erstwhile captain of the Onyx Star and fleet, which has now disappeared into the horizon.
Well, don't let him hear. Don't let him hear you say that. He'd insist on you calling him Admiral.
He was captain last I saw him, and that is where he will stay. But the Spirit Root crew, specifically the captain and Mistress Visha, have agreed that his judgment should lie in your hands, and the townsfolk have pointed me to you. Now, as the ardent saying goes, coins on the table. He has betrayed me, and I aim to see him suffer for it. But it is more important that your justice is seen first.
She kind of just looks at you for a moment. Well, does he deserve some kind of punishment?
That
in your
is
eyes?
in my eyes, yes. I do not know how many of the community know this, but I was once a crew member of the Onyx Star and attempted to stop Captain Trav's line of thinking that led him to the most recent events. For this, I was thrown overboard.
Sounds logical. You're
And
not exactly a psychopath, or don't strike me as one anyway.
And that is how I made my way to the Spirit Root. But for this, I merely wished to defeat him, to show him that he made a mistake.
And
But
where is he?
on the Spirit Root, tied up. But what is more important than that is that he has taken someone from someone that I care deeply for.
Well, with the
And he did
girls in the
so.
city, he took a lot of someones
Yes.
that were important to people.
Which is why we think your justice comes first.
Well, then, you can bring him to me at my home, and I'll see that the people's justice is done then. I'm not exactly a warden or an executioner, but I think I can come up with
Oh.
something appropriate.
Oh, I can handle that if needed. And it will keep your conscience clear.
And she opens her hand, and there's just a little bit of an electric field that comes through as she does so, and she kind of closes it back up. And then she opens it again, and she's kind of like flexed her arm as such so that like twig that was there catches a flame and a little bit of fire comes up, and she very quickly snuffs it out.
She kind of...
It is up to you how you would see him punished, but if you need someone to dole out the punishment, I volunteer.
She puts the clipboard under her arm, and she kind of pats her apron, and there's a pocket lower down with gloves that are, very dirtied from soil. I believe in doing my own work, thank you. So, if it's all the same, bring him here, and I will discuss with the people what we are to do with the Admiral.
Then I will do this. One request, if I may. He is, last I saw, unconscious. If he wakes, I would like to speak to him. Not long, and only if.
I could arrange that.
Then I will return with the captain shortly.
She nods.
And she says it in a sassy way, like not towards Yuna, but like very much like being like, I ain't calling this motherfucker Admiral. Like, and again, for the third time, she bows and turns, if that's the end of the conversation, to retrieve Captain Trav.
Yeah, as you are leaving her, she kind of puts her hands on her hips, looks up at the sky, sighs, and then starts power walking in a different direction from you.
So, Aizuesco more or less makes a beeline. She goes right to where Captain Trav is, and she's going to pick him up somewhat gingerly, despite the extreme urge to not do that. And over the shoulder, and she's going to hoist him and carry him back to Yuna's place.
Yeah, this is appropriate music. She is alone in behind her house in the fields, the orchard, excuse me. And there's a lot of different flowers, fruit trees, vegetables growing. And she's changed into, not really sure how to describe it, but it's some kind of a cross between like medical garb and gardener's garb. It's like this semi-translucent gown, and she has various vials of chemicals, almost like a bandolier wrapped over her chest. And then you see she has a few different gardening instruments as well as knives and other small metallic devices kind of adorned around her. And she is just kind of sitting on a small stool, gazing up the mountain when you get there.
Aizuesco says nothing, but brings Captain Trav directly up to her and kind of cocks her head a little bit to the right as if to say, like, where do I put him?
Oh, you can just drop him on the ground there.
In a strange act of mercy, Aizuesco very gingerly lays him down all the way up to and including making sure that he doesn't just like, his head just doesn't snap back and hit the ground. So she kind of just like lowers him down and then even just kind of cradles his head so that it doesn't slam into the ground hard. And then she looks up at Yuna and says,
I want him as cognizant as possible for this.
She kind of sighs. The mountain's beautiful, isn't it?
Quite. I see why you make your home here.
It's a very large island. I am told there's no island this size. Well, maybe not anywhere. I'm not really a leader, Aizuesco.
Mm.
In fact, and she kind of smiles at you, I've sent a letter with a word bearer to the concourse. I was very interested in the governmental structure you helped them set up. They seem very happy without former dictator leadership.
Hmm. I understand. I do not consider myself a leader, but that feeling may change soon, whether I want it to or not.
Well, regardless of whether you're a leader or not, you are a hero.
Hmm. It is not a title I necessarily go seeking for, but I will accept it all the same.
If you went seeking for it, you wouldn't be one, would you? You'd just be an asshole.
Hmm.
Are you absolutely sure you don't want anyone else here for this?
I did ask Visha. She declined.
And you would like a word with him?
If possible. I do not expect him to give me closure, but I wish him to know it was me.
It's a little bit petty, don't you think?
Like I said, he made a mistake. It is important he knows it.
All right. And she kind of like looks across her chest at the different vials, and she pulls out a one with a little bit of like a bluish tint, and unstoppers it. Leans over Trav's body, opens his mouth, and pours it in. You can see Trav's body start to vibrate and shake a little bit. The quiet, rhythmic rising and falling of his chest while breathing begins to crescendo. increasing in pace slowly. It takes probably 10 minutes before his eyes start to slowly blink open to the dying sunlight. At first, he has a jerk, very clearly a fight or flight instinct, as he kind of fights against his restraints, and then looks up at Yuna, and then to you, and then just kind of smiles.
Captain,
Aizuesco. Come to gloat.
no. If
Where am I?
that were the case, not so important. If I wanted to gloat, I would have woken you hours ago.
No, you didn't get Visha to wake me up, so I guess she didn't want to see me.
This may sound like gloating, but it is simply factual. You threw me overboard, and I felt it was a mistake. I feel I have proven to you that it was.
I suppose that depends on the goals. You and I never saw eye to eye, Aizuesco. Your
Well,
ambitions were always for yourself.
sure, if that helps. But I would like to point out that we still don't, as you are looking up at me.
So it is.
To answer your question, Captain Trav, you are at your place of judgment.
He kind of shrugs. Did you recover the anchor? Any of them?
You would like to know the answer to that question, wouldn't you?
I just thought you might try and fix it.
Not for me to decide. Just like your fate. Which is why I said it is not gloating. Because if it were up to me, I would do this all myself. I just wanted to look you in the eyes while you still had use of them and say goodbye, Captain Trav. The storm will not miss you.
Goodbye, Aizuesco, and 150 years of knowledge that dies with me.
She takes her eyes away from Captain Trav and looks to Yuna.
And Trav then looks to Yuna. And considers for a moment You have to save the anchored. They're special. And Yuna will just kind of look at him. Everyone is special. And you see Yuna's chest begin to glow a bright green. Her eyes flare. And you see thorns, vines, and flowers begin to sprout and blossom out from her skin, from her arms, out from underneath this robe that she has on, that begin to twist and contort around Trav's body, gripping each one of his limbs. She hoists him up using these vines, the thorns cutting into him. Normally, I would just have you feed my flowers, but... She looks to Aizuesco. I don't think you're worth that. So instead, I think you're worth a lesson. And you can see from the soil beneath Trav as he's being held in place by these vines, tree bark and moss and soil and earth begins to wrap and envelop him. It coats all around his body as he begins to scream. And you can see as this mound gets larger and hardens into a tree trunk. And you can see his face covered in wood as he sprouts and becomes a tree that extends about 20 feet into the sky with branches, leaves that look like mature plants. His arms and legs outstretched into the trunk, frozen in horror. And all is silent except the breeze. The vines drop from her arms, and the glow on her recedes, and she sits back down on the stool she was sitting before and takes a deep breath. Was that horrific enough of a death for you?
It was what you see deemed appropriate, so yes. He dies and yet lives.
You can tell Visha he died in agony, and no one will ever attack this city again.
I will remember to occasionally bring a storm this way, just to remind him.
You have to water the plants after all.
Yuna, I thank you. It could not have been easy.
So you've been talking to Ollie, have you? Nice little trick you've got there.
It is a last resort.
A good prescribed burn is good for the wood, but Remember, it only takes one mistake for a conflagration. I hope you will take good care of that new power of yours. And she pauses for a second. My friend?
Friend Yuna, I have learned a valuable lesson from Captain Trav regarding you. So, yes, I will do my best. If you would excuse me, I think I have news to carry to the Spirit Root.
I wish I still smoked. Until we meet again.
Until that day comes.
And she just rests with her hands on her knees, looking up at the tree she just made, sighing.
And Aizuesco, begins to walk, and once she is out of line of sight, begins to run for the first time in a long time. Not in fear, but it is like a child bursting out of the doors of a school the first day of summer vacation. It is a feeling of freedom, just abandonment, and some that were nearby might even hear some laughter.
Childlike joy.
She feels free for the first time in a very long time.
And I think that is a good place to take our break. We'll be back in 10 minutes to see how much of that Aizuesco will relay, and if there's any news that will be coming to the Spirit Roots before they decide to make their next journey. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back, friends. Whoa, I brought us back faster than I wanted to. All right,
Whoop.
we're back. Instant transition. I should do that over, but you know what? It's fine. We're all here. Thank you for
We're here.
watching. I jump scared myself. I'm like, wait, I'm on stream. How did that happen? Thank you all for being here. Hope you all enjoyed the first half. If you are enjoying this show, please drop a follow/subscribe wherever you're watching it. If you want to know, sorry, there is a fly buzzing around in my room, and
It's the way I heard it for a second.
did you
I heard
actually?
that
Okay.
sucker. Yes.
Yeah.
He must have flown
He flew right over the
Mm.
microphone, and I was like, "What is happening?" He's been in my house 3 days, and I haven't been able to kill him, or get him out, but really kill him. If you like the show and you want to know what's going on with us, discord.gg/magicrpg is the place to do that. We yap about the games we're playing, which is a lot. We talk about the RPGs we're thinking about running. I just read the first 100 pages of Stone Top, and let me tell you, that's a 1,200-page source book. It's so long, but the game is really fun. I'm definitely going to run that at some point. But anyway, we talk about all that kind of stuff on the Discord. If you want to talk about that, make some friends with nerds, you should join our Discord. However, don't join our Discord if you're just trying to sell AI artwork or scam people.
Oh my god!
Because that seems to be a recurring trend lately, and I just have to keep banning people. And
Dude, coming at him with the hammer.
also, don't come to the Discord if you're just going to solicit nudes from the women in the Discord.
Oh my god,
because
that's
creepy
right.
too. Don't do that.
Nani the bruh.
Oh yes, Sparrow,
You get
you're
the
not up
ban
to
hammer.
date on the recent tea, but yeah, I had to ban a few people who were acting a fool. Anyway, and if you
Ban.
want to catch up on this show, youtube.com/magicrpg. I also highly recommend you catch up on Blood Money, which is happening again on this Friday. If you want to catch up on both of our Cosmere RPG games, those are all on our YouTube. If you want to watch any of our past games like Cyberpunk or Warhammer or Triangle Agency, all of those are on our YouTube channel as well. And we've got a few things that are almost ready to start, but just not quite ready for announcement yet, but soon. And if you join our Discord, you'll find out before anyone else. And finally, if you want to support us, we need a lot of artwork for this show, for other shows. This is actually, believe it or not, the lightest production thing I have run on this channel in a very long time. Usually we get a lot more artwork done for shows. I didn't know how much we were going to like Wildsea, so I didn't want to go all out. But for the first Girl by Moonlight game we ran, poor old Momo in her hand, she had to do 16 commissions for that show in like a 6-week period. And those are
Not
gorgeous.
the three per character.
3 per character plus 4 NPCs, an NPC each per character. There's a few other shows that are requiring artwork that are coming up or that are already in production. Would appreciate any donos for that because it pays for our artwork. If you do wild tips in chat, you can do a lot of things. I always mention like naming young blood, like we had someone do earlier. There's a lot of NPCs, and if you just want to change their name or if you want to write a letter to the crew, which will significantly alter the game, you can do all that. In Ignite Recall, people are buying ship parts. Anyway, all that stuff helps the stream, helps us get artwork and take care of everything. So, yeah, all right, that's enough announcements. Aizuesco, you are having childlike joy and sprinting back towards the spirit roots to share the news, I believe.
Yes. So I think she gets maybe about 30-ish feet away from it. She winds down and transitions back into a walk, but something of a smile still across her lips. And I'll leave it up to y'all who she runs into first. I'm not going to dictate anything.
Who's on the top of the ship?
If anyone.
We're getting
You see
towards
Skel
sunset
on the crow's nest.
Mm-hmm.
She looks up to Skel and does a little bit more of an enthusiastic wave than you're used to from Aizuesco.
And he sees you and he waves at you with both arms. Both right arms wave at you at the same time.
Incredible.
And he'll yell down, "Is everything okay, Aizuesco?"
Things are good, Skel. And yourself?
I am full from dinner, and the sunset is quite nice.
I must find Visha, but we can talk later.
I will join you.
So she'll wait then.
And you see him clamber down.
And where is Visha?
Probably with Sprite. And they are currently packing up little leaves that can be used for medicinal properties in gentle silence.
On the ship or out in nature?
They probably have already been gathered, so they're just organizing them.
So that's what you would come back to, seeing them. I don't know if we don't really have a triage room, but in the ship where they keep all of the medicinal supplies, they're organizing what looks like a, what's the word? forage, a fresh foraging.
Visha,
She kind of looks up.
Yes?
may we talk for a moment?
Of course.
And she kind
And she kind of steps away for a second. Kind of just like not that far from Sprite, but far enough.
I thought you should know the outcome of the community's judgment.
Okay. And what they do?
You remember Lynn, the young child?
I do.
Her mother, Yuna?
Mm-hmm.
She has determined that Trav be made an example of.
Oh, that's good. Right?
He exists. Yes, exists is the word I would use.
Okay.
She like lets that linger because she very clearly did not say he's alive.
What do you mean by that?
She has encased him in and possibly turned him into a tree to live and yet not for who knows.
And she pauses because she's not actually taking glee in what she saw. Now it's like it's kind of like the processing has kind of come to an end for her.
His visage, as he was encased, was unpleasant to witness. The message from Yuna is that he, quote unquote, died in agony.
Huh.
So, in a sense, you have gotten what you wanted.
I suppose I have.
Unfortunately, he claims that 150 years of knowledge is gone with him. But I fear what he would have asked for in exchange of that.
Yeah, it's no loss. Knowledge doesn't just disappear like that. It's out there to be found again.
What kind of knowledge did he have?
A pertinent question, Skel. I'm afraid, however, it may have been my mistake, but I felt it was a way to keep me talking, to negotiate. And that would have betrayed the promise I gave to Yuna. We decided that it was up to the town to determine his fate, and they put their faith in Yuna to do so. Hence his now permanent residence on the island as a tree.
Well.
But what if he could have fixed the anchor?
The thought was not lost on me, but I fear he would have asked for much worse. He was willing to kill all of us for nothing. Imagine what he would have asked for something.
That's true.
But maybe we can do it without him.
That also crossed my mind.
He's not a god. He's just a man.
Well, not anymore.
He's
No.
not a god. He's just a tree.
But it would have made Visha happy.
He turns to you now, tilting his head to the side.
Have I Does Skel say true?
I don't know. I don't think we'll ever know at this point. And I think that's okay. If there's something to figure out, I will figure it out. I have more than enough time.
I am willing to help you how I can.
What would be needed?
For, what exactly?
Your brother's anchor. How do we know?
I don't know. I don't know how to fix one. I don't even know if you can.
Where is it?
I don't think she has it.
We couldn't recover it, right? We have no idea where it is.
I thought towards the beginning someone had it. Didn't you
I
say
do
someone
f-
had pieces of it?
Yes. It was
Somebody had it, but it wasn't me.
Sprite will and then she will produce a smoldering or charred locket.
Oh.
Is that it?
I didn't know if it was a good idea or not. I honestly wasn't sure if Lady Visha would even want to try.
I could certainly try. But I don't know how.
Do you have a book on Anchored? The history of them?
I don't know if I do.
I don't think so.
That's fine.
That is not a commonly studied subject.
I don't think I do, but to be fair, not a lot is known. But doesn't mean we can't be the ones to figure it out.
What is. Hmm. I don't know. No.
Well, we can hold on to it
And
until
Skel
we.
just walks away.
Oh. She kind of stops mid sentence as you walk away, like,
Okay.
And he goes down to the cargo hold.
I hope he did a full turnaround completely and then
Uh-huh.
moved.
On the spot. Like
Yeah.
he's fleeing from you.
Huh, that was weird.
It. Maybe he remembered something?
I haven't seen him do that in a while. I thought he was getting better.
I will talk to the captain. I think he reaches Skel best. If that's what you wish.
Tilting her chin down towards Visha.
Well, it might be good to get him anyway.
I should. He does not yet know what I told you.
Yeah, why don't you go grab Vesh?
And she will smile and nod to Visha and head off to where she believes the captain would be.
Where's the captain? He's still in the crow's nest, contemplating.
Yeah, I think he's back up there, and I think he's yeah, like he's kind of laying on his back, looking at the sky.
Captain,
Hmm.
I have news.
Hmm?
You see his head poke up over the side. News? All right.
Yes.
And he vaults down from the top of the crow's nest. It's common. It's common. You see him do this all the time. He grabs a rope and slings himself down. He's very nimble.
I was
in
like,
that
you ain't got
way.
them jelly knees like Aizuesco, brother. You might want to.
No. I put points into vaulting. All right, so he's gonna use it even if it's just to get down from the
Hell
crow's nest.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. And so he leaps down next to you, and you see him, and he seems to be in a decent mood, but just feels a little. Everything feels just a little detached from him. And so he lands in front of you. Yes, Aizuesco?
I will be brief. Trav is a tree.
That's brief is one way to put that. Yes, okay.
The community decided that Yuna would be in charge of Trav's punishment. She encased him in and seemingly turned him into a tree, his visage bark-like, in agony for however long the tree lives.
That's a thing that they can
Yes.
do.
So he is dead, but not. But that is for later. Skel appears upset, and I know he listens to you and respects you best.
Well, what's wrong? What happened?
We informed Visha of the news I just told you, and he wondered if keeping Trav alive to possibly assist in restoring the broken anchor was possible. Then he fled to the lower decks. I am willing to go along with you, but I feel that perhaps he will speak to you on the issue most freely. So perhaps you should go first.
Sure. Yes. Yeah. I'll talk to him.
I also fear I may have upset him.
What you said was very upsetting. I'll be honest.
Not that part. I think possibly not keeping him Trav alive. But
No, that part too.
I don't disagree. Yes, him becoming a tree was upsetting to watch, but somewhat fitting, I think. And as we agreed, we let the townsfolk have their justice. It just so happened to be mine and Visha's also.
Um, some people say that we all go back to the trees eventually anyway. He looks around to the expanse of wooded greenery around them. I guess some people just get there a little quicker.
But
I'll go find
we have
Skel.
concerned. Yes, lower decks. Lower hold, I believe.
And he will go off to locate his crew member. Where's Skel right now?
You go down to the cargo hold, and you don't see him. But you hear rustling in the walls.
Oh no.
He's in the walls.
My nightmare of 1,000 spiders in the walls is coming true. Skel? Skel? He starts to hear the noise of millions of little legs.
And you see there's a little I imagine it like a Tom and Jerry hole in one of the baseboards, and you see his little mask just peek out. Captain.
Vesh, are you in the wall?
Yes.
All right. Are you comfortable there? Is that you like it in there?
It is safe in here.
Well, safe out here too.
I am scared.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a lot to handle. And we still have a lot more to travel.
Earlier today, you said something about your letter.
Yes.
It was your job to deliver it to the cartographer.
A duty. Obligation.
A duty. Obligation, yes. What is my obligation here?
I guess there's a few ways to look at that, Skel. I mean, in some ways, you don't have obligations here if you don't want to. I'm not forcing you to stay. We're happy and lucky to have you here. If you choose to be a part of this crew with us, then you're taking on some amount of obligation to the rest of us. That's the way that I look at it. You all call me captain, and in a way, you've all decided to take on the obligation of listening and following my lead. But that doesn't really mean anything beyond what we ascribe to it. If that's important to you, then there's nothing more important than that obligation.
So, if I felt the need to protect everyone here, would you say that is my obligation?
I think there's a lot of people that consider that to be one of the noblest of callings. I have a friend back home that feels the same way.
And what did that friend do?
I don't know if it's more about any single decision, but just an ongoing choice to keep doing best by the people that you care about. Even if we maybe disagree on what that might mean, we all just do our best.
I think I know a way I could help.
Yeah?
It is not good, though.
What does that mean?
I could make Visha happy.
How?
I know someone.
Okay. This person can maybe help with the anchor?
Yes. But
You've heard of this before? Something like this?
not anchors specifically, but mysticism. they called it.
You really believe in this?
If there is anyone that I believe could do this, it would be her, yes.
Okay. Okay, if this is really
Can you
something
go
that-
get Visha and Aizuesco?
Yes. Yes, I'll gather them. And you can see that he's a bit shaken up by the fact that that maybe this is a real possibility to you. And you feel this strongly. And you see a wave of emotions over his face. But he doesn't say anything else. He gets up and he goes to find Visha and Aizuesco.
She's still where she was.
Vesh has kind of been avoiding Visha for a bit, not directly, but if you haven't, we haven't spoken much this episode, and I don't know if she would have picked up on that before, but at this point now, you can almost see the guilt on his face as he approaches, or the discomfort.
Hello?
Hi. I spoke with Skel. He was.
Okay.
He seemed upset.
He did walk out quite abruptly. Like mid-sentence.
He thinks that we can. He thinks that there is a way that maybe we could fix your brother's anchor.
Really?
He says he knows someone. Someone, a mystic.
Don't think I know anything about that, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I mean, if he thinks he knows someone, then that's a great idea. I'm willing to listen and try whatever we want to try.
We should try it, right? We should try everything. Right?
Within our power, yes.
Okay. Then I think we should set course as soon as the repairs are done.
Wonderful. Who's the person?
I don't know. He wanted me to collect you and Aizuesco. We'll find out more details.
Okay.
He'll leave to go find Aizuesco at this point.
Oh, you don't have to go far. She's right next to. She's heard this whole thing.
Oh, she goes, "Oh, did you catch all that? Fantastic. All right, great." Yeah, he'll relay everything. So just assume that you were a part of that conversation.
Yep, I was.
We make our way back over to Skel. Is Skel still in the wall when we get
Yes.
there?
Absolutely.
Just peeking out.
Mm-hmm.
He'll warn you guys as we approach. He's feeling a little unsafe, so he's kind of in the walls.
Skel, we're here.
You see a little mask peek out.
Oh, there you are. Are you okay?
I am scared
Of what?
of what comes next.
Well, let's try and figure it out together. What does come next? Or is that the part that scares you?
That is the part.
Right. Uncertainty is scary.
It is not uncertainty that scares me. I feel obligated to protect you, Visha. And your sadness makes me feel like I am not living up to that.
And she has a gentle smile, and
I'm very honored that you do want to, but it's not a failing on you. I'm not upset with you.
What if we could bring him back?
I would be willing to try it, as long as it's not too dangerous. Is it?
I know someone who could possibly help. But we would need to go outside of our direction.
Is it far?
It can be, yes. I don't know where we are in the direction where we need to go. I would need a map.
I could bring you a map, or someone can grab you one. How did you meet a person like this?
It is not someone that I've met.
Someone you've heard of, then?
Not technically. I want to ask you a question.
Of course, what is it?
What would you give for your brother back?
I would say almost anything, but I don't think that's true. I wouldn't trade someone who is living, that's for sure.
Okay. That makes it easier. When I said I've never, well, not never met them, I would have to go home.
Oh,
We would have to go to the Huskpa.
is that safe to do?
No. And the person we would go see is my brood mother.
Is that not the one who tried to kill you?
Exactly.
Well, then we shouldn't go.
But your brother,
Skel, if they're going to kill you if we go back, we're not going to return. I'm
It's
sorry.
not worth it.
I'm sorry, Visha. I would do anything, but I won't sacrifice one of our crew. And I know that you feel the same way.
I wouldn't either. If there's a chance that she would hurt you, it's hard to admit, but my brother is dead. He's dead twice over. He got his chance at life. Why would I take yours to give him another?
it's not a guarantee. You are muted, Aizuesco.
Thank you. So we go there on the possibility and put you in certain danger. I side with the others. If only your danger is certain, seems an unwise gamble.
Why are you treating me like a spiderling?
Is that how you feel?
Smiles.
If I could bring back Visha's brother and prove to my mother that I am not cursed.
Well,
Oh,
if that's how you feel, that's different.
Skel, do you want to go back? You know, you can
Not
ask us for help.
You bringing me back would mark you all.
okay. Well, I don't care what your mother thinks.
There is a way. At the Huskpa, I could ask for a trial.
Skel, you wanting to go back to prove yourself and to save Visha's brother is different than what you first presented. If it is your choice, I will not stand in your way.
I'll
But
go
if
with
it
you.
means to protect you because you fear what may come, then we do not have to go.
And, you know, if you're worried about a group of dangerous foes that have it out for us and are trying to kill us, well, we've already dealt with that.
It's true.
Several times now.
And if there's a trial, that means that we could be witnesses for you, right? To prove you're not cursed.
Word bearers are very trusted in usually in legal matters.
It is not that type of trial.
Oh. Trial
Oh.
by fire.
Oh, I'm also
It-
familiar with those.
Is more of a gladiatorial trial.
Yep.
swarm against swarm.
I have faith you would win.
You have not seen Zealacrae that follow my brood mother.
Well, the Zealacrae that follow your mother have never left Asper, so you have. You have more experience. That has to count for something. You're different. And that's good.
If this is what you want, we can do it. But I want the main reason to save your brother.
Sure. The main reason is to save my brother.
And she gives you the wink, the one eye blink.
That is all.
Well, we can get a map and go do that. What do we think? Can go the Husk Bar. I've never been.
Aizuesco just nods.
Captain, it is your ship.
Yes, it is. Still is. Well, I think that if there's a chance that we can help you, Skel, and that we can make things right with your brood mother, and possibly fix this broken anchor, then I think that's worth a shot.
She will not take kindly to us. We could all be going to certain death.
Possible. But death isn't too scary in my experience.
You know, our other mission is to cross the conflagration, right? I'm just saying, we've got a lot on our plates, and a lot of it is already past the realm of easy.
If there is anyone that can bring him back, it is her.
Then we will get our repairs done as quickly as possible and set course right away.
Let's just ensure that whatever it is, the price will be. It is not something we are unwilling to pay.
We've got so much to barter with now. We can, we can offer them mead and
Captain,
bandages.
I did not necessarily mean that.
Oh,
Mushroom soup? If
Mushroom
Zealacrae
soup.
like mushrooms, I could trade them mushroom soup.
should we do it for mushrooms?
I don't think so. No.
Oh, that's a shame. She
Oh,
hasn't
we'll-
tried
we'll-
it yet.
We'll bring them anyway.
I think so.
Actually,
Thank
why don't we
you.
go have some more of that soup? Why don't you come on out of the wall and we'll eat some mushroom soup?
They're small.
And you see, like, arms start.
He's been lured out by the mushroom soup.
And you see the three of us hide our looks of horror as you climb out,
Like it'd be
like the
like
girl
yeah,
from The Ring.
exactly. Yeah, like
Literally.
your elbows would be broken if like you just like. Thank you for letting me do this.
Thank you for suggesting it. And we might just win the respect of your brood mother on top of it all. And that would just be a nice cherry on top.
We will see.
And,
She won't.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
She's just gonna go, and we're gonna start heating up the mushroom soup.
Yeah, I think that is a good place to leave off for this episode, friends. Time flies when you're RPing with friends.
Mm-hmm.
When you're
We
having
are
mushroom
going
soup.
to be off next week, but our season finale should be in 2
The
weeks.
first.
If that changes, we will let you all know. And then we are going to be taking a decently extended break. How long is TBD? But we will 100% be back at a later time afterwards. But we're going to be taking a season to recalibrate. I have not had extended time off GMing for a while, so I just need a break. I'm going to be a player in a few games that have not been announced yet. And then there's some other stuff that I'm cooking that is not traditional TTRPG that I'm going to be doing in the meantime. But yeah, if you miss us while we're off on this show, a lot of the same cast are in many other shows, including I forget to always talk about this because it's recorded. The Minutes to Midnight series finale is happening next Monday.
Yeah, I was about to say three of us
So,
are in that.
If you have not been watching that, this last episode has a lot of good Easter eggs for the Rise of the Conduit enjoyers, and that one is up on our YouTube right now.
Juicy.
So anyway, there is a lot to watch even while we're off, even though I'm going to miss this game. But thank you all for watching. We will be back on Friday for Blood Money and then for Minutes to Midnight on Monday, and we will see you all soon. Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye.
Good night, friends.
꿀먹